Hello there, my name is Elizabeth Whiter. I'm founder and principal of the Healing Animals organisation.
I'm Dr. Rohini Sathish, holistic integrative veterinary surgeon and the veterinary advisor for the Healing Animals organisation.
Both Rohini and I are passionate about food, not just for ourselves, but for our beloved pets. And today we're going to be discussing with you the importance of the superfoods that you can feed your cats and dogs, or add in these superfoods to a diet that you're already feeding. Well, I thought first of all, let's talk about protein.
Yes.
And protein is really, really important as part of a balanced diet. I'm a little bit concerned today with a lot of the dried food and the processed foods that are out there. In You Can Heal Your Pet, our book that Rohini and I have written, we discuss how important it is to give your pet the best food you're able to buy, because pennies count here. I've got 8 animals of my own, and Rohini, you've got 3 or 4. So it's very important. But what we're looking at is superfoods that while you're in the supermarket you can also add in some really important proteins.
Now, the biggest problem we have with bagged food is that they're very much cereal based, and we should remember that cats especially are obligate carnivores. They need meat. They need meat for vitamin D, they need meat for protein. So let's talk about sardines now. This is a very important source of protein.
It is a very important source of protein, vitamin D, and also those all-important omegas, as we know for ourselves. And
Omega-3, that's the key word. Yep.
Animals and us can't produce omega-3, and we need to get it from an external source.
Perfect, yeah.
Now these sardines here are great because they contain protein, they've got calcium, they're very reasonable, okay? In the supermarket, you're looking under $1, or in our case here, 50p.
What we are trying to say is this is the same sardines that you would eat.
Yes, these are human sardines. These ones are actually in sunflower oil. I've just dug out the oil for the moment because often animals, especially our cats and dogs that have been on a very dried food based diet, suddenly to go from that to real food can sometimes cause a little bit of an upset tummy.
Yes. And you might think it's the oil, and I have seen this a lot in practice, but the important thing is they have done it too abruptly.
Yeah.
So the key is to do a gradual changeover.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, sardines are loved by cats and dogs, and in a minute you're actually going to see
A live demo.
A live demo. Lily's coming back in, and she's going to sample some of the foods, and we'll see what she likes.
Right,
what
so
she likes.
Look this.
Okay, this is just yogurt.
Okay.
But we can see there's nothing in there. It's a beautiful organic yogurt.
And is it Greek or is it just natural?
It's a natural yogurt, which is great for the gut flora.
Yes.
Okay, with the yogurt, what's really important is that it's all part of a balanced diet. You're seeing foods here that we eat as well, so these are human grade foods. What is important here is to have a natural yogurt, not having something with flavoured.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Secondly, it's all about self-selection, so we're actually just going to pour a little onto the plate and we'll see if Lily would like some. It's not about mixing foods in, because sometimes animals actually know best.
Yes.
They know when they need something.
And the beauty of it is the choice. You're giving your dog or your cat the choice to choose. And
Exactly.
that is the key behind it. So we're going to offer both of these to Lily in a minute, yeah?
Yes, we are indeed.
Okay.
Just moving on here to another store-cupboard food, which are peas. We need to see more fibre in our animals' diets because there's not enough veggies, and there certainly isn't enough peas. Now, these have just been very, very lightly cooked, okay? And these
Have you just steamed them in the microwave or... Yeah?
they've just been steamed on the hob.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to the veggies, as we were discussing here. In here at the moment, Rohini, we have got some cooked carrot, some kale and some cabbage. Now we know kale is the buzzword for us at the moment. And we've got some potato in here, and this has been lightly steamed.
Do you find that cats like vegetables? I find it they don't.
No.
It's the dogs, isn't it?
Exactly. In our book, as you know, the chapter on food is sharing with you how fussy some of our animal companions can be, and
more fussy than us. Yep.
Are. I've got a cat that loves my chicken hot pot. I've written a recipe in there, the chicken hot pot, as you know, which has got the chicken and the vegetables in there, and he'll pick at the vegetables. They're incredibly fussy. Some cats like vegetables. Persevere with your cats when it comes to the veggies, but dogs absolutely adore
yes.
having some fibre. We're actually seeing an increase of dogs who have problems like constipation, anal gland
Problems. Yes, anal gland problems are so common these days, and they never used to be.
No.
And I really think that the dry food and this packaged food is the reason for it. I believe that feeding them more fibre in the form of vegetables can really help this
Exactly.
problem.
This one is the nettle biscuit.
Ooh, I like it, yeah.
Okay. Nettles. Very, very common herb. This is the common stinging nettle, and I've actually used these nettles to make these nettle biscuits. Nettle is fantastic for anemia, for animals that have arthritis.
Yes.
It's got huge amounts of vitamin A and
See,
C.
the sad thing is these things have been thrown out the window or not being
Delicious.
given importance at all. But this is the beauty of it. We are now showing you how you can use the simple herbs.
Which is free.
Yes, free in your garden, and then make a difference to your animal's health.
Just a quick tip there, Rohini, about the stinging nettle is, as Rohini said, try and pick them from your garden or a hedgerow within a field. Don't pick anything on the roadside or anything like that, okay, because if they become
Because
contaminated.
you don't know if they've been contaminated, if somebody sprayed a pesticide on it or a herbicide, so you have to be very careful where you source it. Yep.
Now, next up is marigold, Calendula officinalis. We have these growing in our gardens. They're very fashionable in restaurants, added to salads.
Right.
And Calendula officinalis, anything with officinalis, is medicinal properties.
Yes, definitely.
It's a very common herb, used a lot in skin preparations. However, it makes the most fantastic oil, and we're going to demonstrate this with Lily a little bit. She may not want to have some, but this is actually the marigold heads, which are infused in sunflower oil. And again, in our book You Can Heal Your Pet, we've got loads of recipes, and one of them is about how you can make your herb infused oils.
Now, one of the questions I'm asked in practice, especially after the book came out, was, is it okay to give oils to animals? And my answer is, too much is the bad thing. The key word is if you're giving we are not asking you to give a whole bottle to a dog or a cat.
Absolutely.
We are asking you to put a tiny drop on it there. Herbs should be taken in small amounts. Like when I cook and I make curries, I use a tiny bit of coriander, and I might eat this much. I'm not going to eat a whole bunch of coriander. It's exactly the same principle for the animal.
Absolutely.
A small amount of oil is healthy. It is not harmful.
Yes, and these aren't essential oils. These are herb-infused food oils.
Yes, and they're perfectly okay.
Which is perfectly okay for our animals, and all
read
of these.
the A to Z conditions chapter, because it explains 2 or 3 conditions where you cannot use oil.
Yes.
And that is when there's severe diarrhea and colitis and stuff. But
Absolutely.
that is why read the A to Z conditions so you know when to use what.
Yeah.
Yes, my favourite. Go for it.
Eggs.
Yes.
I love eggs, and I love using eggs in dog and cat treats, and as a form of protein. These are organic, free-range eggs. Both Rohini and I would like to stress how important it is where animals, animal welfare, animals in the food chain.
Energy. This is something.
This is
A
very
happy,
important.
A happy hen laying a happy egg.
Absolutely.
Yes, and that is so important.
Exactly, and so organic free-range eggs are absolutely a must here. And also, what we're looking at here is, you may think, gosh, we've got shells here. What are we doing with shells? Well, first of all, I've taken the shell off, and here we have a hard-boiled egg. Eggs are really important for cats and dogs if they so wish to self-select them. Dogs in the wild would hunt and steal nesting bird eggs. And so with this kind of protein, the calcium in here makes a highly nutritious treat. And also, I think an egg is inexpensive. I think it's fantastic, great value for money. Now, we can hard boil the egg. I really do suggest, as you know, Rohini, that with our dogs, always start off, if you've never fed an egg to your dog before, please hard boil it. So then you can have a beautiful hard boiled egg, put it out on a plate, because sometimes if we feed raw eggs, it can again cause a little bit of
So
diarrhea
there
or
is
upset.
an ingredient called avidin in raw egg, which can be quite detrimental to health, and it's actually contraindicated. So always, please cook the egg.
First of all, I mean, I slightly disagree
Okay.
with the fact that all my dogs eat raw eggs apart from Lily because she has an upset stomach. But please start off with
Cooked eggs.
cooked eggs.
And whenever there's a stomach upset, as a vet, we always say try a bit of a scrambled egg, or try a bit of hard-boiled egg.
Absolutely.
And maybe avoid the yolk, because it's a good demulcent. It protects the lining of the stomach and can be very good and nutritious when you're not able to digest things. So now tell me about the shells, because I find that very, very simple and fascinating.
Yeah, well, the shells, everybody, don't chuck them out. Place them in the, I do a lot of cake making, as you know, and treat making, etc.
You bake.
I bake.
She's every man's dream cook. Yeah, and pet as well. Pets. I mean, I think your dogs are very, very lucky. All your animals are, because you're such a fantastic cook. Yeah.
So I end up with a lot of shells.
Yes.
And so what I like to do is I like to place these on a baking tray and on a very low oven, around about 80 degrees. They go into the oven just for about half an hour. Then I take a pestle and mortar. Okay, and I grind the shells.
Can I have a go? Is it easy?
Yes, have a go.
Is it easy to just... Yes.
It's quite therapeutic, actually.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yes. So when you've
I
got...
can relax. Yes.
When you've got it right ground down to almost like sand, you can feed this to your pets. And dogs...
Sprinkle it.
Yeah, you can sprinkle it, or it can be made into a biscuit, okay, as a treat.
Simple source of calcium.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And this is really great. And in fact, a couple of my human patients who have been suffering from osteoarthritis and all sorts of things have found this, and osteoporosis, have found this really, really useful because it's a natural source.
Yes. Now, only conditions you need to take note of about calcium levels is in things like when you're in kidney, when you have your pet has kidney problems, or there's hyperparathyroidism or hypercalcemia. If these conditions are present, do not feed this, but rest of the time it's perfectly fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now moving on to nuts.
Yes.
In here we've got walnut and we have got cashew nut. What we're not going to do is feed our animals nuts that are this size, because it's just going to travel all the way through the body and out the other end.
Yes. I mean, the number of times I've had to operate on animals and take out whole acorns, or if it's a very small dog like a chihuahua, even something like that can cause a blockage. But most animals are intelligent enough not to swallow, but some do.
Yeah.
And we don't want a big operation where I have got to open up and, open the gut up and do an enterectomy or enterotomy. Yeah.
So what I'm doing here again with the pestle and mortar is grinding the nuts right down to an almost paste.
Now, are the nuts roasted or anything? No.
Very good point. Always use unsalted nuts, okay? And the nuts that I like to use are walnuts.
Yeah.
I like to use unsalted cashews. On the seed front, we've got the beautiful pumpkin seeds, which are full of zinc. And I like to use Brazil nuts. All of these can be ground right down into a paste.
Yes. Now, the important thing you have to know here is Elizabeth is sharing with us years of experience. She's done this for 20 odd years and found no problems with it. This is the reason I'm able to endorse and say this is fine, because I trust Elizabeth completely, and she would never suggest anything that would harm your pet. We are trying to give you tips to help them heal. So feel free to try these. They're perfectly okay.
So the proof is in the eating. I think I'm just going to go and get Lily and just share with you what she likes and what she doesn't like.
Yes, and she's going to make the choice.
Okay, so let's just see if she's interested at all in the sardines.
Oh, she adores them.
I think we'll just take that one away. And then I think...
Shall I offer her a biscuit?
Yes, please, Rohini. What about that little one there?
There you go, Liz. Oh my God.
So that's the nettle biscuit. She
Yes.
absolutely adores that. Should we try a marigold biscuit?
Yeah, do you want a marigold one? There you go. See, she loves it.
And what's beautiful about the biscuits, Rohini, is that when you make them, they last for up to 5 days, or they can be put in the freezer.
What shall I give her next?
Should we try a little bit of egg? Would you like to just...
Shall I give her a little piece of it?
Yes, I think so.
Shall we give her a little piece?
Look at that beautiful yolk.
There you go. Yes, it's gorgeous and looks well cooked. And that is... you want some more? Okay.
It's really tucking in here. We have honestly fed Lily this morning. She's
We
had
haven't
breakfast.
starved her for today.
And we'll just try a little bit of the vegetables, just to show how... Oops, she's taking it from my fingers.
Yes.
So there's the beautiful carrot, the kale,
She loves it.
and the potato.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to just offer now
The yogurt.
The yogurt.
Lily, wait, darling. Right, do you like yogurt? There we go.
Oh, it's gone.
Yes.
Lovely, that was quick.
She wants to eat the vegetables, I think.
I think she's very interested in it. And we'll just try some of the ground down, the
Try some.
ground down
ground
cashew.
Cashews, okay. Yeah.
There we go. She's really tucking in here.
See, it's tasty and it's not boring.
No.
And you see, that itself will make more endorphins secrete and an animal to feel
Good.
much more good.
Absolutely.
Rather than, becoming depressed and bored at the sight of food. That is a very, very important thing.
Here's the piece. I couldn't
Yes.
agree more, Rohini.
Yes,
It's about
yes.
raising the endorphins, the
Yeah.
serotonin
And
levels.
the serotonin levels and the interest. I see a lot of animals that are really depressed and bored, and I think just giving them interesting
I'll
food
just try the eggshell.
can
May
make
not,
the difference.
May not have any interest. No, not interested, because she's getting quite a lot of calcium in the diet already.
Yes.
So
that is the other thing. Respect if your animal doesn't like it, But
Absolutely.
try it again another
Yeah.
day.
Definitely with cats, Rohini, as we know, our cats are so fussy sometimes.
Yes.
Don't give up on feeding, for instance, if you've tried some chicken.
Yes.
One of the most important proteins I like to share is about chicken and wildfowl, because in the wild, cats and dogs would be seeking that out. I think we'll just put Lily down now.
Okay.
And good girl. Is wildfowl, is chicken, and I think it's easily accessible, free range chicken, and I think it's a wonderful protein for cats and dogs. And a hot tip I just want to share with you is strip some of the chicken off, strip it into pieces and not chunks for cats, because cats have an innate ability to think back to when they are in the wild, and how they tear their meat and how they eat their prey.
Yes,
Sorry to talk about this, but it's important that we respect every animal's wishes.
And give them the choice and make life more interesting.
Yeah.
Cook for yourselves and cook for your pets.
Exactly, and always, if you can, try and offer 2 meals a day, one at breakfast and one at dinner
Agree with
time,
that, yes.
to balance the metabolism in the body. And I hope you have a wonderful time cooking and adding some of these superfoods into the diet.
Yes, and don't forget, food is medicine, and you can prevent a lot of health problems with the right food.
And medicine is food.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.